Hey guys, it's me Vance, and I'm making this video because I saw another YouTuber making a video similar to this, and I just thought to myself, I thought it would be fun to make the same kind of video myself, maybe tell you guys a little bit about myself, just in case if there's anything about me that you didn't know, maybe you'd like to know. And also, just in case if I decide to do a video where I'm challenging my friends to see who's my real best friend by asking them a series of questions, and if they keep getting questions wrong, they would eventually jump off a cliff, into a river, like Q did with the other Impractical Jokers on that one episode of Impractical Jokers when 3 of the Jokers lost the show and Q was the only winner, and he decided to do, that punch. Look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to bore you to death with that many details, but basically just go look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. But anyway, so basically in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 facts about myself. 10 facts about myself that you probably didn't know. I'm wondering where to start. Number one, I was born in Michigan. I was born in Pontiac, Michigan. And that brings up fact number 2. I was born in Pontiac, Michigan on December 27th, 1990. That's right, in December. Just 2 days after Christmas. So, in a sense, I'm basically a Christmas baby. And I love being a Christmas baby because, Christmas is one of my favorite holidays of the year. And the fact that I have a holiday close to Christmas, it's like the icing on the cake. The cake of the holidays. And I love that. So that's 2 things about me. I was born in Michigan, and I was born in December of 1990. So as I'm making this video, I think today is December 22nd, 2018. So as of now, I am 27 years old. And within the next few days, I'm going to be 28. 2 more years left of my 20s. And I'm not looking forward to turning 30. Not that I'm afraid of growing old. It's just that, it's just very surreal. It's surreal. It seems like only yesterday that I was 21 years old and I was having my first margarita in an Applebee's restaurant and I got buzzed. And my parents know this because I was laughing all the way home for no apparent reason. I can't even remember what I was thinking of. That was so funny. I was buzzed. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Something else about myself. Fact number 3 about myself, and this is something that I really feel strongly about. I have a foot fetish. And the reason why I say that I feel so strongly about this is because, we live in a world nowadays where people are so superficial, so shallow, that, the idea of a foot fetish just seems very taboo to them. It seems disgusting and weird, and it just really angers me because, don't you find it very hypocritical that we live in a time period now where gay marriage is not considered taboo anymore, but yet some people consider a foot fetish to be taboo? I mean, gay marriage, which used to be so taboo, it used to be, I think it was like the #1 most taboo thing in the entire world, but now it's, it's openly accepted by a majority of the world, and yet there are some people today who still think that a foot fetish is weird. And I just don't like that. And I think there's a lot of people in the world who can't come out about their foot fetish because their partners are gonna think that they're weird. Their wives, their girlfriends, whatever, they're gonna think that it's weird. And it's not weird. I mean, when you consider, you know what, I'm not gonna get into this right now in this video. I'm gonna save this for another video, but I have a foot fetish. And believe me, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a foot fetish. It's one of the most common, most normal fetishes in the world. Like I said, I'm going to make another video talking about this, so I'm going to save it for that. But that's fact number 3 about myself. And since I'm getting into my personal life, I'm going to share with you fact number 4. And that's that I love older women. Most men, they usually prefer younger women. There are some men who prefer women who are their age. Actually, I think 9 times out of 10, men usually prefer women that are younger than them. But me, on the other hand, I prefer to be with an older woman. A cougar, a MILF, whatever you want to call them. That's what I'm into. I love older women. I can't really explain it, at least not in this video. I'm going to explain it in another video right next to my foot fetish and what I think about a foot fetish. But, yeah, I like older women. So, and since we're on the topic of women, here's fact number 5. My favorite Spice Girl, you guys remember the Spice Girls from the late 90s? You know, posh, sporty, scary, ginger, baby. You guys remember the Spice Girls? You know, Say You'll Be There, Spice Up Your Life, the movie Spice World. I actually have it on DVD right now. I think it's lodging right next to one of my Ernest movies. You know, Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Goes to Camp. Yeah, it's up there somewhere. Anyway, so yeah. My favorite Spice Girl is Scary Spice. You know, Mel B. Her real name is Melanie Brown. But yeah, she's my favorite Spice Girl. She's always been my favorite Spice Girl. Always has been and always will be. And I think some people might find that surprising because most people, when you ask them who is their favorite Spice Girl, they'll normally say something like Posh Spice or Baby Spice or even Ginger Spice. And Ginger Spice, I think, was the most popular of them all. Jerry, how do you pronounce her last name? Hollowell? I think that's her last name. That's how you pronounce it, Hollowell. Yeah. Yeah. Most people will say that their favorite Spice Girl is Ginger Spice. Most will say that their favorite Spice Girl is Baby Spice, and others will say that it's Posh Spice, but for me, it's Scary Spice, which should show you, you know, how diverse of a person that I am. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fact number 6. My favorite horror movie monsters. You know, some people have like just one favorite horror movie monster. Like maybe it's Freddy Krueger, or if it's Jason Voorhees, or if it's Michael Myers, or Chucky the Killer Doll, Charles Lee Ray. I actually have 3. And these are usually classic horror monsters. My favorite horror movie monsters are vampires, obviously. Everyone loves vampires. I can't think of a single horror movie fan who doesn't like vampires. Witches, and Frankenstein's monster. When I was a kid, you know, in the late 90s and early 2000s, and, you know, they were selling those Universal Studios Monsters beanie bag toys at CVS pharmacy stores. And every now and then I would go to a video store and I would get myself a Universal Studios Monsters videotape. You know, Frankenstein was always my favorite, and especially when they used to play the Frankenstein films on AMC during the Halloween season. You know, I always loved Frankenstein's monster. He's the monster that always stuck out to me the most. I just like him. I can't say exactly what it is about him that I like. Maybe it's because he's a giant monster. Maybe he's got an unusually square head. He's got, you know, the typical, you know, green skin that monsters usually have. Or like that, he's kind of like a zombie, but he's a zombie unlike all other zombies, you know. He wasn't resurrected from the dead with the help of witchcraft or some natural cause, like in George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead. He was actually brought to life, stitched from pieces of the dead, and a scientist uses electricity to bring him to life. So maybe it's because he's a unique monster. You know, there's something about Frankenstein's monster that's just unique. So that was fact number 6. Fact number 7. My favorite dinosaur is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I think is always the obvious choice for any, you know, little boy or full-grown man, you know, because there's always something about us males, and especially as little kids, you know, we're always interested in anything that is scary, vicious, and ferocious, and mean, and that's basically what a Tyrannosaurus is. A Tyrannosaurus Rex is all of those things, you know. In the words of Bill Engvall, sorry, I'm just a guy. Yeah. I guess we can consider that fact number 8 about myself is that I am a fan of blue-collar comedy. Bill Engvall, Jeff Foxworthy. If you think that NSYNC is where your dirty dishes go, he might be a redneck. And Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done! And let's not forget Ron White. They call me Tater Salad. I call my son Tater Tot. I actually have a Ron White CD in my car. I occasionally listen to it on my way to work and coming home from work. And even getting chicken at Popeyes or burgers from Burger King. I almost said KFC. KFC doesn't sell burgers. What am I thinking? Tune in, brain cells. Oh, God have mercy on my soul. And on my body. And on my YouTube viewers. And on YouTube. Okay, so I guess that was fact number 8. Okay, so there's two more things left. Trying to think. Fact number 9. I am a believer in the supernatural. I do believe that supernatural creatures do exist. I believe in ghosts. I believe in space aliens. I believe in the legendary Sasquatch, you know, Bigfoot. Don't you laugh at this one. But I also believe in the existence of mermaids. Don't you laugh at me. I know that I'm a comedian, but don't laugh at me. Do you realize how ironic that statement was? I'm a comedian, but don't laugh at me. That's an oxymoron right there. I wasn't calling you a moron. If anything, I was calling myself a moron. I'm allowed to call myself a moron. All right. Trying to think. What is fact number 10? Trying to think. My favorite crime drama film is Casino, starring Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone. I actually forgot her name. Sharon Stone. And, of course, Joe Pesci. For those of you who don't know Joe Pesci, he's best known for his portrayal of Harry from the Home Alone franchise, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, by the way. Yeah, this is my favorite crime drama of all time. Most people will say that their favorite crime drama is Goodfellas, which also stars Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci, but I'm more of a Casino kind of a guy. I think Joe Pesci really shows his comedic side in this film. And of course, Robert De Niro does himself. I think they both show their comedic side in this film, kind of like serious humor, playing their characters, you know, serious gangster characters, and the results of everything that they do, except for, you know, the murders that take place in the film. But just basically, you know, this is where I think they show their comedic side, even though they're playing serious characters. They don't know how funny they are. Yeah, I'm sure you probably didn't understand a darn thing that I said, but that's okay. Sometimes I like to be a man of mystery. So, yeah. Those are basically 10 facts about myself. Let me know what you guys think. You know, leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know what you think about, you know, what I just told you about myself. You know, do you find some of these facts interesting? Do you think there's some of these things that make me out to be a creep or whatever? Just, I don't care. Just make sure that it's not profane and inappropriate what you say. Okay? Can we make a deal about that? Let's shake on it. Oh, what am I thinking? You can't reach through the screen and actually shake my hand. Well, that's it. Thanks, goodbye, and God bless. And I will not keep it in church.